Hello, this is the two handicap game played in the Osaka League where black won by half a point after quite an adventure on the left side where due to a blunder white captured a bunch of stones and damaged lots of points. So let's check it out. So here black is happy to put pressure and go for outside thickness on the left side. Normally if white wants to prevent that happening, white should approach the corner e17 and then extend for a base either h17 or j17. Also, white can play the approach high, so like this it prevents being pressed down. Then black will keep the corner, but white extends for a base. Well, the most common move is d17 because this is the move that black wants to play to create a shimari. So of course, black is happy to put pressure right away. Black can think about other fancy moves like g16 for example. Then white will play the kosumi to avoid being surrounded, and here black will just extend on the left side, and this way black develops the left side on a very light in a light way, and also uh, get some potential in the top from the pincer at g16, but white simply settles the corner. So this would be an idea to try a different style of joseki instead of simply shoulder hit at e16, but that's the common move, so it's good to keep things simple. Black can continue pushing here, but it's absolutely fine to extend. The idea is that when black pushes like this, hane and double hane, well, many times here white plays just nobi, but when white plays a double hane, black gets the chance to push in the top and cut. So this way white has to pay attention with all those cutting points. Sometimes Q players, they just take a stone in the corner, thinking that this is a good principle, capture the stone that just cut. But in this case it's bad because black will play Atari and double Atari, so it's going to set up a trap. Therefore white has to connect at g18, then black can Atari on the right side, extend, white captures the stone in the top, and now the whole point of playing the cut at e18 is to set up the nose Tesuji in center for black and then extend from the wall. And usually black extends just d10, but in this case black can extend further because the wall is much bigger. So that's an option too, but absolutely fine to extend directly and then later on decide whether to attack from j17 or try other moves in the top. So white played the shimari. Now it's quite natural for black to play a move like k3 in front of the shimari, but when this happens, black having the double wing formation with d4 and two extensions to the middle of the side, white will immediately invade San. So this happened in the game too. Therefore, black can play f3, which is a bit more tighter for the lower left side, but it's still in the direction where white wants to extend. And even if white extends at k3, now black can approach from the right side, like this, or take another corner very tight. Another way for black to be more aggressive is to play the attach at p3. Now here usually white will hane. If white simply goes up, black plays a hane and extends, so it still limits the expansion on the bottom side. Now if white plays hane at p4, black usually no b. When white connects solid, black extends for a base, and if white goes down, black turns and then extend. So now black still gets double wing formation, but also limits the potential more in the lower right corner. And then of course white will play the San, and we will see how that can be blocked. But yeah, this is a very natural move, or k4. But here it's good to consider f3, g3, atsuke, or even a shoulder hit like AlphaGo style q6, then jump out. So we'll still limit white's expansion, but in the meantime black is looking to the center too. So black played the classic move, white invades the corner, absolutely fine too. Then block the left side, very good because the left side has more potential. Now here, black can play hane, black can play nobi, or f3, the keima. Now with this hane in the head of two stones, which is good usually, especially with k3 in place and d10, when white plays hane, black can also consider the double hane. So this will be a basic joseki to give up one stone and take the 2 stones in the corner. Then when white goes up to separate the left side moyo from k3, black simply extends for a base. Now black can also consider Atari from the outside, Atari again, and then extend. So this way white again takes the corner, but black has a very nice wall facing the left side. That's similar to the game variation, which is a bit more simple. A good decision for white to play Han and connect here and go for the basic Joseki, because if white doesn't do that, black will descend right away. And in this case, where black already has the middle side extension, it's okay for white to finish up the Joseki in the classic way. So far so good. Now white has to play in the most open side. Here black can think about the pincer, like q11 or q10. Then if white simply takes the corner, this would be a modern Joseki to push first at s14 and then the Hane. But it's also okay to connect solid and then Hane on top, or extend again to expand the moyo. Absolutely fine to defend O17. Pincer is just an alternative and trying to play more active. That's another Joseki that can happen. But nothing wrong to play O17 actually, because later black can still invade the right side, either R12 or R8. So right now black is center. Black play very calm. S16, this prepares the invasion at R12. For black it's still good to play something on the bottom side. Can be O3, can be the attach, or continue the moyo plan on the left side. Another way for black to set up the moyo in the top is to push, then cut, Atari from the outside, Atari in the top, no Tetsuji again, and now jump around G10. So this way it will build this kind of box. It's pretty huge. Anyway, nothing wrong with S16. So here white's play, it's a bit desperate. That kind of attach looks a bit risky. For white it's much better to reduce the moyo coming from the outside. Also white can push here, then Hane, and then connect, because there's Samaji around E14. But still white needs some kind of move to reduce the moyo. Now with this Tsuke, black actually blocked the wrong side. Black should block from the top and push the weak stone into the wall, because now when white comes here and then turn, it's very difficult to escape. This way black pushes the white group into the wall and it's probably going to kill everything. So really tough for white to escape, only one eye. Now playing the block the other way, like this, black will build something next to the wall, but pushes white into the place where white has more space to make ice. Because if we check the distance between this stone and the top, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 intersections, and from D10 to C6 only 3 spaces. So it's more narrow. That's why it's better for black to push from the other side. Of course white will try a crosscut either way, but on this crosscut black can just extend. Then when Atari go out, when white connects, still cover and push the group into the wall. So it doesn't change much. Now if white plays a crosscut here, black will Atari and push down. So this is difficult for white. And if white plays just Nobi, this would be a bit easier to escape. When black connects, white extends again, and now it weakens the top 3 stones. So, and if black keeps pushing, there's a Hane, then a 1 space jump, then Kosumi, and this way white can already make life locally. So the group is alive inside, and damage is done. So with this Hane, black can cut actually. If white plays Atari from the outside, black takes the Ponuki and white is still on the run. And if white goes down, black can continue on the side, and then when white turns, just play here, Atari connect, no big stand, push, block, keep the left side, and now those stones in the middle, they need to jump out. So this looks more like a reducing, but white had to sacrifice some stones, and black is happy to keep all the territory on the side. Now with the double Hane, it's still a bit risky, but white shouldn't play any Atari. White should just connect. If white connects, if black connects above on the outside, white has a hane, then one space jump, and the group will leave. Now, if black connects here, white can hane this way. The cut doesn't work because of the ladder. So ladder is good for white. Therefore, black has to nobi or double hane. Then white plays a one space jump. Now black has to do something about the top stones. And when black simply connects his group, white is already alive on the left side. So damage is done again. White should be happy with this kind of follow-up. Now white played a bit more dangerous, but eventually extended on the left side where she got more space. This Atari is pretty good. Actually, black can play Atari here and capture the stone. If white extends, black will just go down and white is still on the run. So black took, very good. And now black can actually cover at d14. Still difficult for white to leave. White will push one time. Oh wait. This is fine. Take the stone, attach, pull back, connect, and make twice like this. Quite painful. And now black will suffer in the top. So black pushed. That's a playable move too. Bump. And here black had to nobi. Because anyway, when white pushes here, it's just a 1 point block. And white has to hane, make some eye shape. Yeah, assume it's an option. Then black defends. White needs another move to stay alive. If black plays here, white will connect, and then when black connects on the outside, white can go down or capture the stone. So this group will leave anyway. But then again, black can profit in the top, attacking very severe the 3 stones. So with this move, white can hane, and now black is supposed to nobi. Now, of course, black plays a double hane, and this will lead to a trade. This is forced. If white captures the cornerstone, black will go Atari, 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 and capture everything on the left side. So black gets back his territory on the left side. Therefore, white has to connect, but now there are cuts in the top. So black push here, very good. Then cut on the outside. That was good timing. Normally here, white has to go back and capture the cornerstone. Then black will hane to separate g17. Then white should jump from the right side to limit the moyo in the top. This would be a more peaceful way to settle the corner. So like this, black cuts. White is still ambitious. White could connect, give up that stone because the ladder doesn't work. Black has to extend, then capture the cornerstone. And now black needs to play another move to stay safe, but okay, invasion is possible too. When white starts running here, it's not such a happy follow-up. So white resists all the way. Black cuts, Atari again. And here this Atari is wrong. White should go down, then black goes down, and white has to live in the corner. Black will capture one stone, but in the end, black only damaged this area in the corner, didn't kill everything. And white is strong in the top and also alive on the left side. So here, this capture, this Atari was wrong, because black could take right away, by the way. And then when white defends here, go for the kill on the left side. But this is fine too, because now black can still capture d18 or kill the left side. So, oh wait, white can connect now, sorry. And then black has to capture the stone, and then white leaves on the left side. So yeah, black should take right away, white leaves, black captures again, white needs to extend. This is a good order. So here, white could connect, black defends, and then white leaves. So white lived, and black got the compensation in the top. Then white extends for a base, that's proper. Black invades, that's also good. Now here black can also think about the wedge, but one should always check the ladders because of Atari and Atari. Then there is one ladder that comes in the direction of k3, which is good for black. And if white connects here, there's a ladder that goes to the top. And that one is broken. So white can resist, black needs to connect, white turns, and will resist and fight in the center more. So good idea to play R11, because the ladders are only one of them is working. So push. Here black could push along, because if white bumps, black will jump. and black is actually happy to damage more potential on the right side. Like this, black just goes back to connect to the top right corner, which is also a fine idea. And now black shouldn't go for the 2 stones. Now it's big to play a move like n3, because it limits white's potential to the center. So going for the 2 stones is small. First of all, white can play Hane, Atari, and then Atari from the outside. Lots of forcing moves, and in the end, black just captured 4 points, actually 5. But it's really small to play Gote for 5 points at this stage of the game, where white can extend very nice at m3. So now white got out, but that was greedy. Black can play Atari and Atari to keep Sente, then again grab a big point. Black shouldn't, I mean, it's not necessary to resist and create this group in the center. The block is good. This connection is also good. In fact, let's check something. If black plays here, white will go Atari either like this and give up the stone, but then needs to push again, or Atari like this, Atari in the corner, then resist. But with this Hane, black will just jump and net the group. So it's very difficult for white to continue. That's a good block. Push, Atari, okay. This connection may be not so good. Should Atari, then Atari in the top, or wait, Hane in the center, and come out in the middle. More interesting to chase that group. So now, white is actually in great danger. Here white should capture the stone to stay alive. Black Nobi, that's good. White comes out. And black has time to play this connection in center. Actually even later. So push first, then peep. White tries to resist everything here. Yeah, now it's good timing to connect. Trying to catch the tail. If white captures 2 stones, black will capture this group and it's enough to win the game right away. And if white connects here, black can pull back, then when white goes down, this group locally is dead. Black will just make sure the outside group are safe. So when white plays here, Hane can kill. If white goes down, push and hit the vital point. So it's game over right away. Then white captures the stone. And now let's see, Atari. Yeah, nothing to do. It's alive already. I was looking if some Aji can work like this. But no, white will leave. Okay, so just Atari once and leave it. Then jump in the middle to expand the Moyo. That's a pretty good move. Actually, black can jump even further. And for white, it's very natural to play this cap to expand the right side and get into the center. But this kind of move, it feels like it builds a lot, but in fact, it's bigger to play n3 because n3 also prevents white coming to m3. So m3 was really big. Then in order to reduce this side, black should play the attach and pull back. And this cut to create some agi and jump more into the center. Now here it's natural to come back and stay connected. White has to pull back and stay safe too. Black can press a little bit, then Keima and ruins a lot of potential on the right side. So jump and white cuts. Well, with this jump, black is securing the left side, but the cut in the center was really big. This L5, it's a lot of points. So playing the block here, if white pulls back, black still has time to block the middle left area, but stay connected first. Now it's more interesting to create some agi with the Nobi. White has to jump or play like this, which is ugly, or Kosumi. Then black can push again, attach and pull back. Now white needs another move to make sure those stones are captured. Then black can come from the other side. So there's a lot of agi playing like this. And if white just plays here, black has this peep, then Atari and connect everything in Sente, then reduce from the top side. Just Atari, it's kind of primitive, so white connects and the agi is gone. Also, instead of Atari, locally black can play the attach, white blocks, black pulls back, and now white needs to play again. Because if white plays away or other moves, black has this Atari and connects now. So with this attach, it's very tricky because if white cuts, black will cut, Atari, and then extend. So when white plays here, white is trapped, and now white needs to block this way. But even so, black can push and cut, then Atari, go out, Atari, reduce more. This is painful for white. And if white jumps, black will go up and then catch another stone. So the attach on the second line is more interesting here. Oops. Back to the game. So Atari. After this Atari, yeah, this move is good, reduces some points. In fact, it's safer to play Kosumi than Nobi, Sol Sente, and Hanen connect on the bottom side. This prepares the clamp, so white needs to play here. Then descend and play everything Sente on the right side. So white will never play S11 Hane. And now Hane here once. Then block G2. And this should be a pretty comfortable win for black. Lots of points in the middle, left side, top right, top left corner. White only has a big right side, but the rest of the big groups are very small. So this should be a comfortable win for black. Yeah, nice idea to play that Kosumi. That's fine. If it's also Sente. So Hanen connect is Gote, but creates T9. So in this case, black can descend and Hane on the first line to play everything Sente. So for white, it's actually big to play T9, but white doesn't have time. White wants to reduce the other places. That makes sense. So now black immediately took T9 in Sente. Very good. Perfect, reducing. Then block here. Oops. Yeah, instead of this block, it's good to double up. And when white pushes here, it's not such a big deal. Because the corner is safe for now. Yeah, black has to capture. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, this move is also kind of necessary if black wants to cut here next. Fine. Take block, then white comes back and connects. Actually, for white, it's better to connect this way. Because if black plays away, whatever, where else? Tuck, tuck, and let's say white plays here. Sorry, black plays in Gote on the left side. White can push and catch 3 stones. So it's not just a defense, it's an active defense. So when white plays this move, black will protect K2 or L1. So now, this way. Okay, white connected in Gote, Hane, Hane. On this Hane, white should just play B2. This is the proper way to defend the corner. Now it got dangerous, so it can be a ko. But the ko starts from B2. B2 is the key point. Then when white plays B1, Atari, and fight the ko. So now this cannot really be a ko anymore because of the outside liberties. Yeah, so black has to block and now white can just Atari here. But white can do, yeah, white should do it now. It's not even a ko, just C1 because of the 2 liberties on the outside. When black plays here, white captures. So it's settled. Then some more endgame moves. Here white should connect solid. And like this there is no ko threat. Or 2 less ko threats. On this move, white can go down. So it's better for black to start with a Hane. White plays here and later Hane and connect. So these are only 2 points. But in fact, for black it's proper to play the capture like this. Otherwise, when black takes Gote here, white can Atari and connect under. Then white needs to play, black needs to play a few more moves in the corner. So it makes the game closer, but black is still fine. And now, the blunder. Yeah, here black should just connect or double Atari. to keep those stones connected. So once white captures the left side, this is a pretty big damage. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stones. That's 10 points, plus the damage inside, plus the stones that black had to play to keep everything safe after that. Now here white has Atari, then Atari from the outside, and catch 2 more stones. But the push is actually Sente, and that's a Gote push. So it's better to, instead of playing the Gote push, just Atari here, take 1 more stone. So like this, white can actually win the game. This is fine. Black can actually block here. Atari connect, Atari go, Atari. Yeah, it's fine. So it will block and build another point. Now when black plays this Atari in the corner, white can Hane, and then it's a ko. Therefore, it's better style to play B19, because now for sure white will connect C19 and then Atari. Otherwise, if white pushes black Atari, then black will capture 2 stones. So with this Atari, black gives white the chance to go for a ko, but with B19, white needs to play C19, then Atari and connect. So this will be the exact order of moves. This way, it turned out to be the same, but white had the option to try to be fancy. This block is good. White should throw in here once, then push, and push. So white can actually win the game now by half a point. So this way, in the end, so we're fighting the ko. Actually, the ko is not so important now. It's better to play O18 and then fight the ko. Because O18, the throw in, we lose 1 more point inside for black at Q18. And that was pretty much it. So in fact, white was lucky to capture those stones on the left side. Otherwise, it's a big win for black. And then black was lucky that white didn't see O18 at the very end to turn the game around. And also J1 wasn't necessary for black. So enjoy the review and don't hesitate to kill your opponents next time.